is past due or in default, meaning people are in trouble, I would, in my opinion, I would want my child to go get a trade. With a trade, that's a skill that lasts for a lifetime, and it eventually leads to your own business, which business owners, landowners are probably the most free people in our society. They get the tax loopholes like we were talking about last week and things like that. If not, then I would just, as long as you don't have any children, get out and start working. You get out of school and start working when you're 18 years old. By the time you're 25 years old, you're gonna be doing good.
Doing good. I should have went straight. I should have just went straight to work out of high school. But I was a fool. Let's just say that I was a fool. I was too busy doing everything but trying to figure out my life. You know what I mean? I was too busy running the streets and doing knucklehead things at 18, and all I did was hoop and just did stupid shit. Now, the trade, I understand you graduated college as well. Both of y'all are college graduates. I'm not. But I feel like what I don't have is any type of debt when it comes to school loans. That's the benefit of getting a trade first. See, what the trade does, it gives you the option to be your own boss, have your own schedule.
Right.
You could be a plumber and work 3 days a week and still go to school 4 days a week and pay for that with your plumbing income. I just feel like the trade is always a better option because it helps you succeed faster and become your own boss. And it teaches, so many people lost their job during the coronavirus, but don't have no way of income, no way of making money besides unemployment. Right. When you have a trade, if you're a barber, people still need their haircut. The only difference is now barbers are portable and they're coming to your home, or you can go to their house. Right. That's the only difference. But they're still working, and they lights didn't get cut off because they got fired. Yes, was the barbers impacted? Yes, they were. They were impacted. Comedians were impacted. Rappers, entertainers were impacted. People that needs to have a venue full of people in order to make money, they were all impacted. But I'm telling you, as far as I know, or as far as what makes me part of the smartest dumb people cast, the best option that I think is having a trade.
I want to shout out Ola, Elijah, Carmita Frost, Lime Measy. Salute to y'all. Self Sooners, see you in there. Go ahead.
I got a few angles to it, and it's really not cut and dry. Now, I agree that getting a trade is cheaper than going to getting a degree, a 4-year degree, an associate degree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a trade normally takes 2 years.
Right.
And so, depending on what 2-year degree that you're going to get, you may do a 2-year that has to transfer over to 2 more years, which then equals into a bachelor's degree. But the overall amount that you pay as far as for a trade, then a bachelor's degree is a huge difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can go to Metro and get a trade and pay
$4,000,
$3,600.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to Metro and get a welder's degree, a plumbing degree, start your journeyman degree with as a apprentice, and then that'll get you into the union, different things of that.
What's up, sis? I see sis up in here. Janice and my sister, DREL. Salute.
Yeah, Janice actually said that college really only works when you plan on working the field you study. Now, that's the problem with society. I have plenty of friends that graduated with bachelors and they don't do nothing with that degree. So,
I got an associate and I ain't did nothing with criminology.
But the thing is that that's just a mindset to say, well, if I get a bachelor's in this, then you are isolating yourself to one field of work. There's a lot of fields of work that just want someone to have a bachelor's degree, that just want someone to know that they know and have the discipline, the know-how.
Oh yeah, so you
go
say
to school and have, and because
Work and learn.
you get a bachelor's degree, once you get out of the electives, as far as math, English, and things of that sort, then it turns into what is your personal knowledge. They want to know, what do you think? They give you an assignment and they say, well, what do you think about this? And then they want you to go out, write a paper, put the information on paper, say where you got the information from, and present it to them. And so, to unpack a little bit, because on my another angle is that college also give young adults an avenue to learn how to become self-dependent. Ain't nobody gonna wake you up to go to class.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna make
Right.
sure you're
Right.
doing your homework.
So you agree with college?
You know what I'm saying? I agree with college on the level of that it gives you a sense of discipline and a sense of learning how to be self-motivated and self-disciplined
Right.
instead of you being dependent on someone else.
Well, you gonna go ahead. Wait.
Go ahead, because you can go get a job, but you are dependent on that job to pay you. You know what I'm saying? And so it doesn't open up your mind to, well, I can start my own job.
Right.
It don't open you up to society where you run into people from all demographics and you start learning different things.
I agree with you, but we do have a viewer that made 1,000% of what I wanted to bring up. So let's speak on it. Lamizi, he said he got a degree when he was earlier in his life, but he became a felon and he wasn't able to use that degree anymore.
Right.
He should have got a trade, and that's the benefit of a trade.
Right.
The trade is a license, basically. I am a professional at this. It has nothing to do with my criminal record. It has nothing to a trade.
Well, it depends on what you get a trade
Yeah,
in.
you're right,
So
you're
that
right.
same way, if you get a trade in life insurance or anything dealing with insurance, and you got to get an L7 certificate, you can't have no felony. You know what I'm saying? You can't have nothing on your record of anything of fraud, distrust, or anything where you're dealing with people.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that a trade is more viable because then you have the option, like y'all said, to start your own company.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, the opportunity, it depends that same way. You can't replace being a lawyer. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
my sister talking
You know what I'm
about
saying?
here,
You can't replace being a doctor, being a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes along those lines of color, because you go into a hospital, you don't see us. You know what I'm saying? The only time you see us, we got the trash can. You know what I'm saying? When you walk, and so you don't see nurses, doctors, lawyers.
One of your friends, and I'm gonna speak on it because this you touching me now. All right, so one of your friends, I just decided to go to both of y'all's friends' pages to check them out and see what we working with as far as in the audience.
Right.
And one of Leland's friends posted this video, and this man, he said, a lot of black men, 1 million black men, they work their whole life to be basketball players. They all play basketball their whole life throughout high school, and then there's only he said there's only 25,000 players that plays college basketball. Then the ones that get drafted, he just kept dwindling down how less the rate is of a black man getting into the NBA or being an entertainer or being an actor. Mm-hmm. The problem is, like he said, the problem is we're going out for the wrong professions. These are facts. These are facts. And what I'm saying is, if we want to really become something, because you just gave up a statistic as far as in race, if you want to really give us statistics, we need to do better as far as in what we want to do instead of, because I wanted to go to the NBA. When the NBA didn't work, I was a janitor. I was the one taking out the trash. But what I should have said was, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. There's not a lot of people that have, we don't know that though. Like, you make a good point, but I'm just saying, like, there's statistics that we only think that, like Ply said it too one day. He was like, why motherfuckers act like all we can do is play football?
Or dribble me up.
Because, and this is a reoccurring thing with, I don't want to just say black households, I would probably say low-income households. But
low-income households.
It's not being presented to us in our homes like that.
Yeah.
We're coming up, sports is on all day in the crib. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for you to look and want to be LeBron James or Michael Jordan, just like what's happening right now. All these little kids that's watching want to be LeBron James.
Leland,
easy for them to go outside. Go ahead.
Leland said that we don't rub elbows a lot of times with doctors. And your father is the person you're rubbing elbows with.
Right.
My father was just a normal worker. My dad been at his job for 30 years. He started, his pay was $5 an hour. Mm-hmm. And I said to myself, damn, Pop, how you take care of 5 kids and a wife with $5 an hour? You know what I'm saying? Right. But my dad didn't know anything about being a doctor or a lawyer. Don't get me wrong. My dad is the hardest working man I know. Shout out to Pops. Absolutely. But I'm saying that that's the stigma that we have, is that even the people that's bringing us up in low-income houses, it's not black people, and low-income homes, the people that's bringing us up don't really have professions. We have to work these 9-to-5s that's not paying us much, and they, like, I'm a statistic myself. I'm not teaching my son the right way, but I give my son so much data and information to make him better. He fucking better be better than me, because I'm telling you the things that I'm telling you, I didn't get told. My dad just like, you gotta work. I'm like, no, son, you need to do this, this, and this. You need to do X, Y, and Z. This is how you make money, son. And he's I can tell he's soaking up the game, but he hasn't reached that peak yet to where it's working for him. But I know he's listening to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling him it's okay to rub elbows with a doctor.
Right.
It's okay to rub elbows with a lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
There's a way to figure it out.
Yeah,
before you unpack TV, please,
okay,
I'm going to say this.
Okay.
And so, because what the difference is that when those, you know who rub elbows with those, with a dentist and those doctors, and when it comes, and I don't want to just say, because, listen, I'm unapologetically black, period. It's our entertainers. So when our entertainers live in the neighborhood, our millionaire entertainers, you know who their neighbor is?
The doctors and the lawyers.
The dentists.
I agree.
Not Larry Bird.
Right.
The doctor. Not the union leaders. And so when we get to talking about trades, you get to talking about unions. You know what I'm saying? When you get to talking about unions, then you're going down a whole nother avenue. And so it's still a tricky road. A trade will lead you down the road to start your own business. Yes. But those pitfalls are still going to come along with that.
Do you know who's the richest people in the world all started off as entrepreneurs? And that's the problem. Like, nobody in today's society, not many people in today's society has the entrepreneurship attitude. Period. Like, look at
it's the information is not flowing through our communities.
Thank you.
Hold on. Let me first I'm gonna shout out Manuel Hillside. Thanks for coming in. Jay Dahmer, what up? Brandy Browder is in the house.
This your topic, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Brandy. This her topic.
Shout out to Brandy.
Lena didn't want to do the topic.
I'm like Chuck Willard. You got 2 and 2. You got 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
My sister said, if you are going to go to school, go to a community college first. Get the general ED credits out the way, then get your license certification or finish up at a 4-year college. That is the most economic way to do it. Then she said, also you can create an internship or apprenticeship just by asking these companies. Man, what I would say is this here.
Your sister raised by. You can tell.
Right. See on it.
For real.
It's see, and from where, because we all come from the same area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same type of conditions. We just have to start teaching our children that even though we might not know certain things, that we need to teach them to be ambitious, to go out there and get that information. That information is out there. You know what I mean? They don't have to just follow suit.
Google,
we got computers right here, right?
Google makes schooling so much, but Google,
I don't push college on my kids.
but Google makes studying so much more simple.
Yes.
And I wish I grew up in the time of Google, because I would have been one of the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. if all I have to do is Google something, I can Google right now. I Google today 3 or 4 different things. Hey Google, what's this mean? Well, you know what I'm saying? But it's now my mind knows all the information is at the click of a button.
Right.
So what we need to teach our kids is that they need to get that information. You good?
Yeah.
All right. So again, we Brandy Bryan, she probably, but we getting ready to. Y'all got anything else to say on this college situation?
All I would say is this here. College is not a place where you go and find yourself. That is not
I agree
the
with
place.
you,
That's
TP.
how you end up with a debt. You don't have time to go to college and find yourself. Not even
You need
1
a
year.
plan. So-
You need a plan, a strategic plan. You need to go in there knowing that you're going to be a doctor, knowing that you're going to be a lawyer, knowing that at a certain point, maybe we would call it your junior year or
not
junior
your third year in.
that
4
you
different
are going to
majors.
start to go into an internship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I teach my daughter. I've been knowing her since the first day she walked in. Like, once you get to your third year, you want to start getting an internship. You want to go start working in these facilities, getting the experience. So then when you graduate, you already have this experience. You already been rubbed elbows with these people, and you networking, and they're already expecting you to come to their company. You know what I mean? And
These
work
are
for them.
facts. These are facts. So,
I got one more.
well, no, I thought you didn't want to talk about this topic.
But hold on, because this is important. Because a lot of people take college as a step, as a goal in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a personal goal. If you know your child don't know how to write and can't sit down and write a paper, don't push for them $100,000
Yeah,
debt.
I agree with
Don't push for them
Right.
a $30,000 debt when you know that they're only doing it because it's a social goal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yes, I
saying?
agree.
And so
I agree.
So
we
don't-
have to
Are you speaking from personal experience?
No, I understand exactly
No.
what he's saying. What he's
In
saying
general.
is that
I'm saying you as a father,
General.
you're
coming out of high
avoid
school,
in
coming out of
general.
high school,
in general.
our people will act like somebody made it just because
'Cause
they
they
went
went
to
to
school.
college.
Man,
You
they still
understand
do.
what I'm saying?
That's
They
what
did me like that.
Women's favorite
Yeah.
women's favorite line today is they think this.
Women?
All right. Let me. I refuse.
No, I'm saying-
all right, no, I'm gonna retract that. People favorite line to say today is, yeah, you know, I'm going to school. I'm in college. I'm like,
Right.
so fucking.
Oh man, I thought. Hey, listen. When I
So
tried
we the end result.
when I went to Iowa Western, I used to wear my lariat with my motherfucker. I used to go to the club with my lariat on, acting like I just came from class. You know what I'm saying? But those, but those are
man.
social goals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so we can't push social goals on our children. If you know that your child don't have the discipline, if you know that they can't sit down and write a paper and study, don't push that off on them. Another thing though, before we go, hold on, time out. Another thing, you have to look at the big picture. If somebody would give you $100,000 to go to school before they give you $10,000 to start a business,
Yeah.
you gotta know that it's a game too. They give you sign up for college and they give you 20 racks first semester. 20 racks for the books, everything, give you 5,000 extra after the end. But if you turn around and ask for that same 20,000 to start a business, they're denied.
Hold on, let me get this
It's
out
a
for my
game.
sister
I want to
real
get
quick.
to the hot topic while we got our
All
fans
right,
coming
let
in.
me just get this one more.
Yes, sir.
My sister said, we need to be strategic about the careers that we send our children to be educated in. Far too many go into social fields and they make no money. We need more tech training.
Man, our bar so low. We set the bar so low
Right.
that the bar been set so low for us that you have motherfuckers say, "What you going to school for? Culinary? nothing to do with not nothing against, because there's some dope chefs out there.
I wanted to be a chef, so I laughed because I wanted to be a chef.
Yeah, culinary. No, that same way the main motherfucker, Judge Mathis, like he said, they were pushing him to be an engineer. He said he was looking around and everybody else was being lawyers and doctors and judges.
Right.
And he said, I want to do that.
Right.
And they said, well, no, you can't do that.
You a crackhead, man.
And he said, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Harambe Abdul-Jackson is in. Salute.
All right. Listen, we about to, we got to switch up. We about to jump into the hot topic. We call this our hot topic of the night. Hey, by the way, I wanted to say something before we go any further. We reached 1,000 followers. Salute, motherfucker. All right,
Hey, look, share with your friends, man. We need 2.
Hey, like camera.
And we need y'all on YouTube.
Big likes.
We reached 1,000 followers.
Big likes, big shares.
Follow us on YouTube.
Follow us on YouTube. But let's talk about the hot topic. So the hot topic of the day, if people haven't seen this woman video that was posted on the Smartest Dumb People page, she was talking about how women, she was talking about how women only have slim pickings in dating. You got to get a man with a big dick. No, I'm just saying, this is what she was saying.
You said a lot of other things.
No, I'm about to tell you what she said.
Okay.
Remember I wish we give like
She said, you got to get a man. You got to get a man with a big dick, but he ain't got no job. You got to get a man with a good job, but he got a little dick. You got to get a man with a lot of income, but don't got a car. She said a bunch of silly shit.
Can I give him 15 seconds?
I don't know how to get it.
15 seconds.
Oh, you gonna play it through here?
Yeah,
because you can do
Let
for
me have
educational.
15 seconds, man.
You can educational purposes.
She went
60
buck
seconds.
wild, man. I gotta give it to her.
Let's give it a little spill.
Hold on, here it is.
Listen, everybody listen to what this lady said.
Put it on the joint. Damn,
through a pile of shit when it comes to men. Let's just call a spade. We are picking through men that don't equal up to what the fuck we looking for. Let's just put it out there, because I'm tired of y'all with the bullshit. Either you're fine as fuck and you ain't got no motherfucking job. Either you got a job and you ugly as fuck. Either you don't have a lot of money, but you got a big dick. Either we trying to pick and choose through a lot of bullshit y'all bringing to the table. You don't have a car, but you got a good heart. But you don't have bigger goals. Listen, we trying to pick and choose.
Alright, y'all can get it.
All right, I want to go first.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go first. So basically what she was saying is the dating pool for women, but like again, you got to understand this is a panel of men. But basically what she was saying is the dating pool is so slim, you got to get, she said, this are her exact words. She said you got to get 3 men to equal 1. Okay, boom. We about to break down this shit in layman's terms for everybody. That's why we're the smartest dumb people. It's not just women. The dating pool is scarce in general. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, again, the point you made, because I think me and you was having this conversation, is who you rub elbows with. People that have money don't normally rub elbows with broke people. Period. And if you're looking for somebody that has these qualities that you don't even bring to the table, who the fuck are you? Especially this lady. Ma'am, if you out there, we would love to have a conversation with you because you sound ridiculous. We all have that problem, not just women, okay? So if I want to get with a woman that has a nice ass, 9 times out of 10, she's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? If I want to get with a woman that has a pretty face, she has a flat ass. The dating pool is scarce for everyone. And if I want to get with a woman that got a lot of money, she ain't gonna be that attractive. The dating pool is scarce, but that's just life. It's nothing with it being new. This is the way life is. You have to pick and choose your partner, not off of everybody ain't got every quality. Trust me, I'm fat, but I'm handsome and I smell good. So that's my pros and my cons. Everybody has a different opinion on what they want or what they need, but it's literally impossible to get a woman with a fat ass, a nice car, a big house, a nice job, and she's faithful.
Janice said that's because there are more women than men. Wendy Seal said, can you repeat the topic again?
All right, the topic is the dating scene, because like I said, we just played a woman's audio, but you didn't hear it because you just came in. She was saying how she needs to get 3 niggas to equal one man.
She say niggas or men?
I thought she said 3 niggas, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Either or.
yeah,
what
either
you're talking about. You know what
or.
you're
I say
talking
nigga
about.
though.
The way
So-
she is talking about, she probably talking about niggas.
but that's the topic. So we're now breaking down: is the dating pool scarce, or is it just a thing with women? Right?
I ain't, man.
Hey.
I don't even want to drag it out, man. There's too many factors that go into this. It's a wide variety of factors that go into this. One is a lot of, like they say, I would agree with, is more women than men because we know it's a lot of men locked up. You coming from this demographic that we talking about, you know what I'm saying? And if they not locked up, they just coming from being locked up. And if they just coming from being locked up, then that means they behind the bar as far as what they can achieve in society at the time.
Go ahead.
Yolanda Reynolds says she don't sound ridiculous. I believe it's how you move and who you move with. I agree.
Hey, did you
What's
see?
up, Jessica?
So let's speak about what Plies said because it was very similar. Did you see the new video of Plies? It was like damn near right after hers. He said, "Ma'am, what do you want from me? How do you want me to treat you? What do I have to give you in order to make you feel comfortable? You're the one that's on the videos shaking your ass. You're the one talking about you want some dick tonight. You're the one that don't want to work and you want me to have chivalry? You want me to be respectful to you when you're saying I'm not gonna get no nigga that ain't got no money. I only fuck with niggas that like that's the stigma of today's society. Today's society, these women act like they want a real man, but their actions don't speak for wanting a real man.
Well, now how I feel.
How you feel? Unpack.
Is that, let me unpack it a little
Okay.
bit.
Unpack.
Let me unpack it a little bit. How
I
I
got you,
feel,
Andre. I
what
got
I feel is that you have two individuals that want two different things. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like the question remains. If a woman didn't have a vagina, then what good would she be? And then the woman then in returns asks, if the man has no money, then what good is he?
Why we can't have no penis? What good is we have
Well,
no penis?
because nothing is equal. Fair is for pigs on a farm. You know what I'm saying? And so we all want our individual wants and needs. And so a man will go out and
What's up, Miko?
mess with multiple women, wanting some of that, y'all know, some of that poutine, some of that poutine. But women will mess with men that has money. And the man with money already, and then they feel like the man with money have multiple women, so they're gonna get cheated on. But they don't understand that as long as the man is a man, he can have no money and you still get cheated
Okay,
on.
hold on. Let me say this then. Janice said, what is considered a real man? Because I'm inquiring minds.
Well,
want to know.
All right. Well, I feel like I'm a real man. I feel like I'm the real definition of a real man. You have to know me personally for you to feel that way about me. But that was a low blow. What do you mean? What's a real man?
I'm a real man. The Most High birthed me as a man. I can procreate. I can move about.
Just because you procreate don't mean you're a real man, though.
Why do you say that?
I'm
It
talking
takes
about
a man to procreate.
All right. I don't give a.
So what I'm talking about? What I'm talking
his
about?
opinion of a
Hold
real
on,
man.
time out.
Now, 'cause I'm pretty sure
Hold
there's
on.
18 different
Hold
opinions
on.
of what a real man is.
Hold
Okay, so
on.
let him
Hold
get his
on.
All right, break down
Hold
a real
on.
man. Let's have a
Hold
conversation. What's a real man?
Hold on. A real man is me. I was born one. I was birthed one. From the time that I left the womb, I've been growing to become one. Now, my behavior in between that doesn't have nothing to do with the fact that I'm a man. So some men can't have kids. That don't make you a man. Some men. Men.
That's beautiful.
Some men.
Just address it.
Some men don't want kids. Or some men just don't want one woman. That's our God-given right. And so sitting up taking care of your kids don't make you no man. Hold on, time out.
That does.
Some
You
talking to men
right,
that can't have kids.
Wait a minute.
That's
No.
his
Hold on,
opinion.
time out.
But that is the craziest
Hold on,
thing.
time
They
out.
gonna get him
Hold on,
in
time
here
out.
anyway. They gonna get him in
Hold
the
on,
chat.
hold on.
So.
What about the men that can't have children? Is they no longer men?
What's up,
You
Kareem?
said that. I'm saying that having a
I
child,
said I was
being able to
born-
procreate does not make you no man.
I said I was born a man.
Hold on, hey.
Period.
Hold on.
She said, "What's a real man?"
I'm gonna insert this.
I
In.
just-
Kareem, so
any man
Kareem Robinson.
that's
Hold
born-
on, you gonna go right up there. Kareem said, "So biological versus ideological. It takes both, in my opinion." That's what he said.
To
But
do
this
what?
is what we're talking about. We're talking about a real man. We got our opinions, but you have a real man biological. That's what you're talking about. You was born a real man,
Right.
And then you have ideological. What
The ideal of a man.
was people's ideal?
All right,
of
but
a real man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't rub elbows with a lot of men that I feel like are not real men. And what I mean by that is to procreate.
What is
Because
your
you said, I'm
definition?
breaking it down now.
Brandy,
you said,
hold on. Let me put this out there too, because let's get it specific, because they in here.
I was born a man. I wasn't born no male.
Brandy said that's what she's saying. What's the difference between a male and a man? But
I was born a
so
man.
I want
born no
I
male.
want the question. Go ahead and ask me the question.
they said we was born males.
Go ahead and ask me the question.
We was
TV.
born men. And that what happens.
Even though it said in the
Because
Bible that they created man,
And
but
even
we gonna,
take
you know.
even take you have a man that's born and say, I was born a man, but I'm really supposed to be a woman. And then you have women that say, I was born a woman, I'm really supposed to be a man. No, that's that bullshit. That's the social bullshit that they put on us because I was born a man and I'm a man regardless. I was born one and I'm a die one.
but
regardless of what I
so
do
the
in between there.
The
I hear you,
idea.
Ola.
All right, so I'm gonna break it down. Like again, I love breaking it down in layman's terms. So the idea of a real man, you're telling me.
I don't know nothing about no idea.
I do. I know the idea. I'm the ideal of a real man.
Okay.
And what I mean by
So
being
you tell me what the ideal is.
the idea of a real man, when he procreates, he takes care of his children. The idea of a real man, he's going to make sure he feeds his village and take care of his family. That's a real man. Second thing is, he crazy. Second thing is, a real man protects his family. A real man takes care of his kids. A real man, these are ideals. Yes, I was born a man, so it
But
makes
you're
me a
talking
man.
about ideology that's different from biology. You were born a man now.
They
if
said,
you
what's
do-
a real man?
Hold on, time out. If a man
How do we
do
get to this? How are we talking about the sexes? We're talking about the lady that's saying that she
We
can't
they
find
wanna
a real
know-
man.
The chat is doing
Yeah,
it. That's what the
so,
chat doing. It's
it
cool.
does-
Give them what they want. Give them what they want.
So biologically, any male that's birthed is a man. Period. What you
So what
do
about
between
what about the gender dude? What about old boy that sliced up and now he a woman?
he's still a man.
Right.
So all right, so time out. Is he considered a real man? I hate to do
No,
this.
I don't know. The real man is ideology. That's something that women,
There you go.
social people put on individuals. And so he's still a man.
What about a man? What about a man with no family?
Yes, hey,
All
Stella,
right.
salute to Stella on that one.
But it depends. Him not having no family. It depends on how he treats his mother. It depends on how he treats his sister. It depends on how he treats his peers around him.
What about his
A real
dad?
man, his dad.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna say this here, man.
Go ahead, unpack.
There's
unpack.
man and there's wombed man. Man and wombed man. All this, everybody around. Look, if you a stand-up motherfucker, then you a stand-up motherfucker. I ain't gonna say what a real man or authentic man or all that is ideology. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm
you
just gonna say
saying
that.
that
Right.
come up
And
with-
that's really a woman's term. Men don't even talk like that. What a real man
Man
is.
is.
So that's
Right,
a term
you're right.
that they took over.
You're right,
But
you're right.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
The women that's on here, they're wombed men. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get to talking about we're gonna call you a male and a female and all that because all that's ideology. You know what I'm saying? If you a stand-up motherfucker, if I actually rock with you as a woman, I want you to be a stand-up motherfucker. That means you stand up, you're gonna take your responsibility, you're gonna pay your bills, you're gonna carry yourself as what I feel is my ideology of a partner. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking partners.
So is ideology irrelevant? Is what I'm asking.
I'm not going to say it's irrelevant because a lot of us roll with ideology, so we can't call it not real or not authentic, but we can't also say that a person is not a man if And it's all these
I
factors
feel
that
like
come in as a person being a man.
Look,
Are you a responsible
Black
person?
Planet?
Hey, I want that question, Tori. I want that question that was asked to me because it's very important.
Ooh, go ahead.
She said the dude in the red hoodie, because I already know the other two. What's his opinion on a real woman?
Let's see. Yeah, unpack
There
that.
you go. That's older right
Unpack
there.
that.
What's a real woman?
What's a real woman?
Because they
To
going
me,
in.
It couldn't be that loud motherfucker that was on
Look,
the
this
train.
like
Go
look,
ahead.
smartest dumb people is hiring. We're looking for somebody that can read all these fucking comments.
Right.
But we still gotta have a
Right, we get a
conversation.
moderator, right.
But
go
anyway,
ahead,
I'm gonna
unpack.
say what a real woman is to me. A real woman is somebody that is nurturing, loving, and they're gonna be a nurse. They're gonna be your doctor. They're gonna be your principal. They're gonna be your chef.
I could first say it. It's showing the hell ain't a lot of nurturing women these days.
It ain't.
Hold on.
It ain't.
But I ain't gonna.
But hold
I
on.
don't want to. You know,
The first thing they got to have was a vagina, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which is what they
They
were
born
born
a
with.
woman, right?
You know what I'm saying? It's what
Okay.
they come out.
All right, so let's
when
turn-
they come out the
Hey,
vagina.
so what they say?
They are born
So
with
let's
a vagina.
let's normalize this. Everybody's women and men.
Right.
But what makes a person a real man, which is the ideology term in front of the actual term. So if you say I'm a man, right? That makes you a man. But we can use the you know what the fuck I'm saying. The term
No,
in front of it.
no.
I'm not saying it right now. No, you're not telling me like that. Ideology term.
So Ola says, shaking my head. So a real woman can't be a bum on the streets.
No.
Shit. Motherfucker, man, them bums be giving babies all day long. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
They be giving out babies all day long.
I beg to differ than you.
Hold on, time
Come
out.
on, man.
Can
There's
a
a lot
real
of bum
woman?
women on the street,
so-
man. A lot of women
And they
bumming
real
off
women,
the system.
and they-
Yeah. Man,
Hold
come
on,
on, man.
If a woman can't
Naughty
have
bitches.
a child, is she still a real woman?
Yeah. She's a woman. She has a vagina.
Because she was born one.
Yeah.
And so if she takes that vagina and turns it into a penis, is she
Why?
no longer a woman?
Why do you keep trying to, like...
Because you saying...
I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about if a woman has a penis or
You
not.
talking about
I'm laughing
penis
at
and
Wendy
what
and lying
you said
about
about
But
Oh, great.
I don't want to talk about if a woman has a vagina.
But that what makes a woman a woman?
A woman is
her
born
birthright.
a woman is born a woman.
Right.
But like I said, the ideology that you know what the fuck at this point I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it because I've said it too many times. I say it again, TV.
I agree, Janice. What?
I can't even say the fucking word there right now.
Ideological.
The term that's set in front of the term of a man or a woman, the term that makes it real is the idea.
Ideological. You stupid.
Man, I can't fucking say that shit no more because he's making me laugh, and now it's just in my head.
He 1/3 of the dumbest people, but and I'm 2/3 of it, but he's definitely 1/3. He's putting it on display, but that's okay.
Put it on display.
Hold on. Andre said, we can't allow physical circumstances to identify manhood and womanhood. Lots of circumstances that we are unaware of that present what we see. Exactly. It's a broad topic, but we open it up for us to come in with our personal opinions. And I don't have no problem with nobody's personal
hold on,
opinion.
let me say something. All right, so let's circle back. Let's circle back to the bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the video, we were talking about Brandy. Brandy said, why do we have to use real? I agree. I don't like that word. I really don't. Because we don't know what the hell is real these days.
Real?
We have no idea what is real
Well,
these days when we go outside.
what-
So
what
I
you
don't
say
like
anything
it.
about for?
But we're going from the video. We're going from the video that we got.
All right,
from the
so we're
woman-
gonna
from the
circle
young-
back.
from the young lady
All
that
right,
said what
so,
she said.
all right, so we went off a little bit. We're gonna circle back. We're gonna circle back.
Circle the
We're
wagon.
gonna circle back. Okay, so do y'all? And I'm asking everybody. I'm not just asking women, and I'm not just asking men.
Brian Bowden, hey man, they cracking me up in the chat. Go ahead.
That's my guy. That's my God. That's my God.
He
That's
said,
my
let's
God.
go to a commercial.
That's my God. So now as a whole, so TV asking you, do you feel like that the women pool is shallow? that there's not a lot to work with.
I think the dating pool.
Man, look, I'm 43 years old.
Right.
When I'm looking out here, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Man, hey man, hey, it's a whole lot of fake. It's a whole lot of women that don't nurture. Now this is just my side. I'm just,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? We talked about men, and it's so crazy because men be kind of reluctant to really get on the women, especially my guy here. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, man.
Shout out to the shout out to the CEO watching the company. Make sure the company
It's
stands.
like this. It's like this. I don't see a lot of women that remind me of my mom and my grandma.
Man, I ain't.
And if we want to say real ones, them was real women.
I did a lot of.
You know what I mean? If we're gonna use that term.
All right, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't
Like,
see a lot of it. So
I said
it's just
that
scary
I think
when I
that
look
real-
out here and see what I see.
I agree with you, TV. You are 100% right, bro. I know how much you respect and love your grandma and your mother. But I'm saying, like, that's what we're missing too as men. As this woman slandered us. We don't even have that in society for ourselves anymore.
Well, did she deserve? Well, what is her credentials to even deserve a particular type of man? And so we don't even know. You got women. I don't even think women come out to women is born with
We
3
need to find her.
kids.
We need to find her.
Hold on, time out. Women are born with 3 kids. It's like a chia pet. By the time you meet women, it's like a chia
I told
pet.
you we need to ask people the question, man.
By time you meet, hold on. By time we meet women and they 20, 22, they got 2, 3, 4 of them things. They got 2, 3 of them things.
LB the greatest.
3.5 to get your 4 in the baby. Ain't that what Jesus said? 3.5 to get your 4 in the baby.
Yeah, that's what he said, Kareem. He said chia pet. Hey, Elijah said no. Ola said first. Plus the girls like the girls, the guys like the guys. Shaking my head. Elijah said the younger people all sleeping together, man
They
and
like
woman.
chia pets.
Janice said nobody can ever measure up to our parents if they were good parents.
They
I
like
ain't gonna
this.
say never. It's
You
a
can-
couple
Oh,
of
don't
few
do
out
that, don't do
there.
that.
You can pour a
It's a
nigga on
couple
them,
few out there.
and they sprouting 2, 3
They
babies.
lime easy, I know, man.
They,
I know.
you could pour water on them. They like gremlins, and they got 2, 3 of them things on them. By the time you 23, 25, you ain't even got old enough to even know what a relationship is. They coming out, and then their tubes is already tied. You can't even
Hey,
start a
Jeff is
family.
crazy. Hey, Ola said the grandma 33 years old, and now ain't no more big mama. Hey, we in different times, man. We in different times. This thing is wide. This thing is wide open.
They like
This thing is
Mogwais.
wide open.
They like Mogwais. What's the
Gremlins?
Yeah, what's
He said a Mogwai.
they like a
Oh,
Mogwai.
man.
You know what I'm
So I
saying?
said, what? A chia pet? Listen, dog.
They talk
They
about
like
You
chia
are
pet.
going to get us canceled.
Wow.
Dog,
What's
this
up,
thing
Ricky
just
Stanford?
said women are chia pets. They come out the
They like
womb.
chia pets.
Dog, you are going
Oh,
to.
You
man.
pour some water on them,
Nah,
they got
this
babies.
is opinion,
And then
man.
you trying to,
This
and
is
then,
opinion, man.
and then you
We
can't,
open it up for this.
Yeah, we
then you can't
did.
and then you can't even mature enough to get into a relationship. You already in a package plan. They already got 2 of them
I agree,
things
Stella.
at 22, 23, but then they would jump on camera and get to talking about men and how slim pickings they got and what they got going on. And the nigga ain't got this going on. The nigga ain't got a car where they got a big dick. The nigga ain't got this. How many niggas have you ran through? How do you know all of this stuff? How you know
Somebody said take
that
his
some
cup.
niggas...
Somebody said take his cup.
Yeah,
While BB said fill that motherfucker up. We need more Leland.
I'm just saying.
Man,
How do they know these things? And
10 minutes, 10 minutes,
I
10 minutes.
ain't gonna eat up the time. But how do that woman know all of these different factors of what men come like? You had to have experienced that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you long in the tooth, but you're sitting up trying to degrade men. And even if you run across a man that's halfway decent, your behavior's off. You're loud, you're wild, you're aggressive.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey
don't make
man,
no
it's
sense. Go ahead.
it's wide
ahead.
open right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't want y'all, like, as far as the women in the chat, I don't want y'all to feel offensive by his comments, because there's other people right here in the chat saying the same thing.
I agree, TV.
They're saying the same thing. The men here are saying the same thing. So, like I say, in this society, it's easy for us to be pitted against each other for our opinions. We all have our opinions. We all seeing something different, especially if you might. Stella just said it, man. The way that the way that our grandparents raised us, that world don't even exist anymore. But it does in my mind.
It does in my
You know
mind.
what I'm saying?
But that's called being where you become. What's the shit where you
Bro.
No. It's when you just stuck in your ways. You're stuck in your ways.
Oh, okay.
And being stuck in your ways. I always wanted a woman to be nurturing. I can't have a woman that's not.
Mm-hmm.
That's just reality. Like I'm telling you, being a black man in today's society, you have to be with a nurturing woman. You need it because you're gonna struggle in the outside world 24/7. When you come home, you need to know that this motherfucker love you so much. She gonna rub your back. She gonna ask you questions. She want to know what you've been through. And as a man, as a real man, I'm gonna make sure I do the same. And that's what we lack in society. Ain't nobody giving a fuck about nobody but themselves. The society itself is selfish.
Very narcissistic
Yes.
society. Yeah.
Like with the woman that made that's a narcissist. The woman that made that post is the definition of a narcissist. She wakes up and see what she can get from somebody and who she can take advantage of. And what dude she can sleep with that got the biggest penis. Or what dude can take her out to eat because she got the most money. These are facts.
She opened up.
Hold on. Go ahead.
No, that's what she said.
So Wendy said, well, let me put this thing in perspective for everyone. This is for the woman mostly, but men, listen up. When it comes to us, women dealing with men, if we are not with men that can be the head of us and know how to be a leader, and we don't have a peace of mind, let him do that, then we are clearly with the wrong man anyway.
I feel you.
Well, let me touch on that.
I feel
Let
you.
me touch on that. That is.
No, Miko, all women are nurturing,
Hold
promise,
on,
but I
hold
hear
on.
where you're coming from.
Not at
Go
all.
ahead.
Now,
No.
not talking about Wendy, because I know Wendy personally, and so, you know what I'm saying, but generally,
8 minutes later.
women are looking, men and women, I'm just going to say, I ain't going to say women,
Yeah.
men and women, when they get in a relationship, like we was talking about on the other episodes, they're not looking to build. What they're looking for is easements. They're looking for a
Help.
gap. And so when a motherfucker, I want somebody I can build with. No, you just want somebody you can pay half your bill on, so that you
Well,
can
that's
do the
part
other.
of building. Building.
That's not building, because if we pay half of the gas, lights, rent, this and that, and then you take your other money and do what you want with it, and then you're arguing talking about what I paid, what I didn't pay, what I got, that's not building.
So
You know what I'm saying? That is selfishness. And so what you have men and women that jump from relationship to relationship trying to find a bigger bag. There's always a bigger and better person, the BBP. There's
And
always
I also believe
a
that
bigger and better person.
I also believe that a lot of this, a lot of these comments come from experience, and we all been out here, man. Everybody don't make the best choices.
Right.
yeah.
Everybody don't make
Look,
the best
one
choices.
thing I would
So
never-
the bad experiences might come from you making these impatient choices.
The only thing
You making them impatient choices, they ain't got nothing to do with all this, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
okay.
Reaching for the
I'm
stars
okay.
and building stuff. It come from immediate gratification, but we'll leave that alone.
I'm okay with a woman. I want to say this. I don't give a fuck how many people you slept with before me. I used to be the dude that said I only wanted a woman that slept with at least like 3 people, right? But in today's society, that's fucking impossible.
I read
So,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying the terminology can't turn a hoe into a housewife. This is the terminology that people.
Them be the most loyal. That mousy motherfucker,
yeah, I agree.
they be the worst. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Oleg said, they said, dude talking like his woman is watching him right now. Damn, bro. Hey, man, they agree.
Hey, man,
It
go
is
ahead,
what it
go
is,
ahead,
though.
go back.
It is what it
Go
is.
ahead.
No, I ain't packing shit, man. Hold up, man. Hey, hold up, man. Hey, we about to ban Ola right now. Ola, what's good? I ain't got nothing to say.
Man, it is, man.
Oh, we got Mandatory health tips. What the fuck is this?
Oh man, come on, what you doing?
That's my fault.
But
That's my fault, bro.
no, on some realistic, on you know what I'm saying. And I understand both point of views. I've never been a one-sided individual. Is I'm a misogynist? Yes. And if for those that don't know what that means, I'm a sexist. I feel like male is the dominated species, and that female's coming behind them. Have I met dope, smart, cute, fine, intelligent women
Thanks, not
that
easy.
have talked me up under the bus? Yes, I have. And I met some motherfuckers, a few motherfuckers that drink me up under the bus. But that's something different. But to touch on
Yeah, we only got a couple minutes left.
but to
Kareem.
touch
5
on,
more minutes.
but to touch on the realities of it is that when we start making these different narratives of what we want as a mate, then we naturally narrow the pool.
There you go.
So if I say that I want a woman with no kids,
And narrows the pool right there.
to 25%.
I understand.
That's 3/4 of my choices right there. So as soon as I say I want a woman with no kids,
Yeah,
that's 3/4 for the women.
Then I want a woman that.
And then when I get with the woman, she can be fine, cute, smart, intelligent, everything that everybody said that they want. But then her transmission is slipping. She can't have kids.
Oh man.
You understand
man.
transmission.
Her transmission is slipping. And so she can't have kids. So then I got to say, well, hold on, let me back out of that. You know what I'm saying? I narrowed down under that pool. Let me reopen this pool back up. I take a woman with 2 kids. But she only got to have 2, and they got to be grown. So I'm just saying that when you start putting stipulations, instead of seeing individuals for who they are
yeah.
and fucking with them on that level, then
There
you're
you
going to
go,
run into
There you
those
go.
situations
There you go.
where your pickings
I salute
is
that all
slim.
day.
I agree with
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it
But
right
go
there.
ahead. Go ahead.
You ended it off just right. I just want to apologize to everybody that I couldn't,
That we
like
couldn't get.
Tamara Bryan, I couldn't get to her comment. The chat is moving at an extraordinary rate.
Oh man,
Hey, again, this is what I said.
Hey,
The smartest
share
dumb
and like. Hold on, time out. Go to YouTube, please. We
Please,
need for all of
share
y'all
and
to go
like,
to
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, get everybody in
on
here.
our fan page to subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah.
We trying to make a little money.
And come on the page
No.
with whatever
No.
topic y'all think we're supposed to talk
What the
about.
fuck we
We're doing this for fun.
Come on and let us know. Come on, smartest dumb people. Let us know what topics you think
right,
that
sir.
are hot topics that y'all want to talk
Yeah.
about.
And also,
and we'll see if we can get it
yeah,
in.
we're about to get up out of here, but I want everybody to make sure they follow our YouTube page, The Smartest Dumb
Brandy
People,
is crazy.
at The
Hey,
Smartest Dumb
Brandy.
People 23.
Brandy,
And
I'm
also,
not tired of your black
Brandy,
ass.
don't you bring your ass here. You banned. We banned you for the next show. We'll holler at y'all.
Don't start
Y'all have a good
talking
night.
early.
Smartest Dumb People. Salute. Y'all have a good night.
Transmission, bro.